We are live. Please refresh page. Okay, hold on. We are live. Please refresh page. All right. So you guys should see me now. Let me refresh my page just to make sure that you guys can actually see and hear me. And then we will get the show on the road. Let's see. Let's see what's going on here. Okay, you guys we should be good now. I was having a little technical issues. Let me just pause the screen so I don't get any feedback. Yes. Okay, just post below, guys, if you guys can see and hear me okay. I'm gonna be looking in the chat now on my other computer, just to make sure that you guys can hear and see me, because I was having a little technical difficulties getting on, but I think I'm good to go now. So you guys just let me know in the chat room and I'll just let it roll. So tonight we're going to be talking about 5 ways to increase your sales during the holidays. And okay, you guys could see and hear me? Yes, you can. So we're going to be talking about 5 different ways that you guys can actually start increasing your sales during the holidays. Some of the things that I'm actually looking over here because I have another computer and I'm trying to work the chat room and teach you guys at the same time. So please forgive me for not looking over here. But the things that I'm going to be sharing with you is something that you guys can start for the 12 days of Christmas, right? For the 12 days of Christmas, you can actually start a promotion. Okay, you guys can get a promotion going on for your followers on social media, for your your list. If you're out there building a list, and if you are not building a list, you're missing money, because I don't know how long have you been in this industry online, but I've been online for 7 years now, and let the truth be told, the money is in building the list. If you're not generating leads on a daily basis via emails, online, you're really not building a sustainable business. I'm going to talk a little bit about that tonight too. We're not going to get too much into how to build a list, because we save that in our members area. But we are going to talk about just different ways that you can actually start implementing really cool strategies, really, that you can start implementing inside of your business I'm trying to pull up my document here, to start getting leads. So the first one that I want to talk about, and I can't find my notes because I had them written down because I want to make sure that I do not forget. What I'm going to do is I'm going to share my screen with you guys. I'm going to share my screen with you guys. Just give me 1 second. Okay, I'm going to share my screen with you guys in just a second. I wrote down, my 5 strategies that I wanted to share with you, as you can see here on my notepad. But the first before we get into that, or you know what, I'm gonna do things a little differently tonight, because what I usually do is I share my story, but what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna just jump right into the content and share my story at the end. This way I can kind of tie everything together and it will kind of flow naturally. So if you're on this Hangout right now, it's probably because I invited you. Maybe you got an email from me. Maybe you got an email from one of our other coaches, maybe someone on our team who actually invited you here to learn how to generate leads, how to get more sales or convert them into sales, convert those leads into sales inside of your business. So tonight we're not talking about lead generations. We talk more about that inside of our community. I'm not going to show you how to generate a ton of leads online. Tonight I'm going to show you what to do with those leads that you already have, what to do with your followers that you already have on social media, so that you can, convert them into, new customers, new distributors inside of your team. So what I am going to do first and foremost is I'm going to open up a document. So if you guys can just give me 1 second and let me get this document up and running, and then I will go ahead and share my screen for you guys. And then I'm going to show you some really cool things. And then towards the end, we're going to talk about some giveaways that I want to share with you guys tonight. So let me create this document really quickly. Okay, so I'm going to share my screen and we can get right into it. Let's see, where is my screen? All right, so before I share my screen, let me just say this really quickly. This is the Victory Tribe Hangout. This is the Hangout that we do every single Wednesday night at 8 p.m. Eastern time, same place, same time. We're right here on this page every week, bringing you the home-based business entrepreneur value, right? Because our goal here is to teach you different, tips and tricks and marketing strategies. Think of this page as a mastermind, your weekly mastermind, where you can come and hang out with a six-figure earner, with other successful people that I invite to hang out with us, people that are inside of our tribe, getting results. I'll invite them, every now and then to hang out with us. I do most of the training inside of the tribe, inside of this community. So let's dive into it. So I'm going to share my screen. Okay, you guys should see my screen just fine. Let me just make sure, refresh my other screen here just to be sure. Okay, so we're going to talk about 5 ways to increase sales during the holidays. This is our topic for tonight. I'm going to share my screen and let me pause that other video so we don't have any noise in the background. Okay, so the first one that I want to share with you, and make sure that you take out your notes. Again, this is a mastermind, okay? So if you guys go through this, if you guys have any comments or whatever, put it inside the chat right below. Okay, right below this video, you're gonna find a chat room. Just make sure you post, your comments. If you love what you're hearing, if you love what I'm teaching, if you're excited to be here, if you've been on one of our Hangouts before, just let me know. Okay, let me know if I have provided value to you in your life in the past, what you thought about past trainings and things like that. And the reason why I want to ask you to do that before we get started is because we have so many people that are chiming in right now, so many people that are on right now, so many people that are going to be coming in as the weeks go by, that are going to be reading your comments below. So if you could just, if you have followed us for some time now, just go ahead and show us some love right down below so that our new guests can see what we're all about. Okay, So the first one, let me open up my little handy dandy notepad and I'll share the first one with you here. Okay, so number one, giveaways and bonuses on social media. And we're going to talk about this as we go on social media and your mailing list. Now, before we get into anything, just give me a second. Okay, so what we're going to talk about right now is the power of giving away stuff. Okay, stuff that your prospect loves, needs, wants, desires. Right now, the first thing that you need to be thinking about is, what does my prospect want? Because you just can't just keep, oh, join my business, join my product, buy my product. It has to be something a little bit more deeper than that. You really have to, what I like to call KYC, know your customer. You really have to know your customer. If you don't know your customer, how do you expect to deliver to them? Okay. Second thing I want to say is that your customers love free stuff. Think about it for a second. Don't you love free stuff? Of course you do. Of course you do. We all do. How many times have we walked inside of, let's say, a mall, okay? And let's say you go to the food section of the mall, where they have all the little like restaurants and stuff. And in front of some of those restaurants, you'll find someone with a little tray. And on that tray, they have these little sample cups of food, like maybe Chinese food or smoothies or whatever on this tray and they're just standing in front of their restaurant with this tray, with samples on this tray, giving them away, giving them a taste of what their food is all about, what their food tastes like. And when you're building a business, I want you to think of the restaurants at the mall, even the people that are in the kiosks. Some of those, some of them walk around, maybe there's like a lotion or maybe something. There's always something that these little, these stores give away for free. And if you're trying to increase your sales, the best way to do that is to start giving away stuff, giving away bonuses on social media and on your mailing list. What does that mean? What kind of bonuses, what kind of giveaways should I be giving away? Well, you can give things away like, maybe a PDF, okay? A PDF download, okay? Let's say, for example, you were into the health and wellness industry, okay? You were into health and fitness and wellness and nutrition and all of that, okay? And you have a product, let's say it was a weight loss shake, okay, that you wanted to sell more of during the holidays. But instead of you going, on social media and saying, oh, look at my shake, look at my, the best shake that I have, it's going to make you, lose weight, blah, 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 blah. You see it online. Just go on Facebook, you'll see it all over the place. Go on Instagram, you'll see just amateurs just pitching. You'll see it all over the place. And yes, I call them amateurs because that's what amateurs do. Amateurs sell, pitch. I want you to think opposite of that when it comes to creating sales inside of your business, when it comes to even generating leads, okay? But really, like I said before, we're not talking about generating leads, because at this point, this training is for the leads that you already have, meaning followers, maybe your friends on Facebook, maybe the people that have liked your fan page, maybe the people who are friends with you on LinkedIn or are following you on Instagram. These are all considered semi-leads, right? They're your connections on social media. They may have not converted into an actual lead on your mailing list yet, but they can actually see, just like if you send an email out to your list that will instantly get an email, kind of like maybe you got my email today before the hangout, right? You got on my list through social media, okay? And so now you're here hanging out with me on this Wednesday night when you could be doing something else, okay? So I want you to think about social media as kind of like a list, because it's a list of friends, it's a list of followers. They just haven't converted, some of them, maybe, you know, there's a lot of them that still have not converted into your mailing list. And that's really the goal, to get people on your mailing list. The mailing list, that's where the money is. Because why? You know, because that's where you can communicate the easiest way with your prospects is through emails. Because not every post that you post on social media, people are going to see. But if you have someone on your email list and you have hundreds or thousands of people on your email list, like I do, then sending an email, a bulk email to your whole entire email database, well, now everybody's going to get an email notification on their phones, okay? And they're going to be looking at your emails, reading your emails. Some subscribe to you, and who cares about those people, right? You don't want to work with them anyway, because subscribe to your mailing list and then unsubscribe, you know, with complaints about, oh, I didn't put it, you know, I didn't give you this. And when they don't remember, yes, you did. Okay, you got here because you put your email address on my capture page because you requested some information. So these are the kind of things that you will have to deal with when you start building a list. So giveaways is the #1 way, in my opinion, to increase sales during the holidays. So we talked about PDF downloads. You can create an ebook, and I'm gonna get into a little bit more about, you know, what can you talk about. I'm gonna give you some examples. You can create, let's say, a podcast of I spelled that wrong. Podcast. You can create like a video mini course, right? And these are just some examples of the things that you can actually start creating followers for the people that you are trying to build relationships with, trying to convert them into customers, right? Or business builders on your team, whatever. And so when you are going out there, you know, building those relationships, the #1 thing people want is something for free. So give it away, especially on the holidays, especially during the holiday season. This is the season of being generous. This is the season of being giving. So start thinking of the things that you want to just give away. 12 Days of Christmas starts this Saturday, the 13th. This Saturday, so you have 3 days to come up with something to start this marketing strategy. Giving away giveaways and bonuses on social media and your mailing list. This Saturday starts the 12 days of Christmas before Christmas. So from the 13th to the 25th, that's 12 days. And those are the days that you're going to go hard, so that you can convert your social media friends into new customers, your followers into new customers, people on your mailing list into new customers, by giving away stuff and offering some bonuses for joining you in your business, or for buying your products or your services, or whatever it is. Okay, so I want you to put the customer first. Know your customer, know that they love free stuff, and know that they get excited when they know that there's something in it for them. Because if all you do is pitch and sell, well, you're going to lose them, because they're only going to think that you're just out to get their money. And at the end of the day, yes, that may be true. You want to make sales, okay? But people don't, listen, people want to buy, they just don't want to be sold. And when people buy, they usually buy from people who provide valuable information. So let's go over these types of things: the PDF download, the ebook, the podcast, the video mini course. What can you talk about? Okay, so let's talk about some little industries. Let's say we'll use the first industry that I brought up a few minutes ago, the health and wellness, fitness, nutrition, whatever. You have a weight loss shake in this example that you're trying to make more sales from, okay? Maybe you even have a bundle that you're trying to sell more of during the holidays, okay? You can create one of these four things, either a PDF download, an ebook, a podcast, or a short video mini course, maybe 2 or 3 video mini courses. I would suggest like maybe 3 videos talking about something that will provide value to your customer. So instead of saying buy, 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 look at this best shake in the world that has the best ingredients, nobody really cares about that. What they want to know is what's in it for me. And so if you created a PDF download or an ebook or a podcast or a video mini course teaching them something, okay? So for example, your shake, okay? You can provide some kind of valuable information. Maybe you, let's say for example, you lost 30 pounds in 90 days. You have a success story. Let's say you don't have a success story, but you know someone else who lost 30 pounds in 90 days. It doesn't really matter where the success story comes from. What matters is that you have a story, and now let's turn that story into a PDF document, into an ebook, into a podcast, into a video mini course, whatever it is. Because when you do that, then, well, now what you're doing is creating value. So if I lost 30 pounds in 90 days and I was selling a shake, then I would create a PDF of exactly how I did that, the struggles that I went through, the pain that I had to go through, what I did to do it. What kind of workouts did I do? How often did I work out? How long did I work out? What kind of things I ate. Maybe you want to share some recipes. Include your shake with those recipes. Maybe you replace the meal a day with your shake. Somehow, some way, you create a piece of content, valuable content, whether it be stories, maybe it's some recipes, maybe it's, think outside the box, right? This is your business. In your business, you have to think like a creative marketer, because you're not just a network marketer. I want you to start thinking of yourself as a creative marketer. And what creative marketers do, remember, let me just say this really quickly. You are in a network marketing business. What is the word inside of network marketing? Marketing. That's it. Marketing. That's the key. So you have to be a creative marketer. And what is marketing? What does marketing have? What is marketing? Marketing is advertising. And if you look at all of the big chains, or if you look at, just other people, other successful people online, what are they doing? They're providing tons of value, and people are attracted to that. I'll give you an example. There's someone that I follow in the health and wellness industry. I just absolutely love his content. His name is Yuri Alkane. He's from Canada. He's a nutritionist, and he provides so much valuable information by PDFs, by ebooks. He has a website, he has a podcast, he has videos, He has so much valuable information, and every time I watch his videos, I get something from him. I always get value from whatever it is that he has to share. Always, every single time. And there's several things that I've purchased from him throughout the years that I've been following him. I've purchased several of his courses, several of his ebooks. Why? Because he provides so much value to me. Think about all the things that you've purchased before. Why did you purchase them? Why do you continue to follow people? Why do you continue to come on these hangouts every week? Because you like value. That's why. So there's another person that I follow in the health and wellness industry. He's actually a YouTuber. That's where he makes his money. He creates ebooks. He's actually in the raw food industry. His name is Life Regenerator, is what he goes by on YouTube. And I've purchased things from him too. Why? Because when I watch his videos that I'm subscribed to, and every time he uploads a video, I actually get it via email, and I instantly go and watch it because I'm a fan of his. I follow him. I love his content. I love the knowledge that he has to share, the content that he has to share. And when he says, you know, when it's time for him to sell something to me, I'm there. Where do I buy? Here's my credit card. You've provided so much free information. I could just imagine what I'm going to get inside that ebook that you're selling now, or that PDF that you want me to download. So these are the things, when you're building a business, this is how I want you to start building. Okay, so start thinking of something that, again, you have 3 days. Because remember, the 13th starts the 12 days of Christmas craze. So start thinking, what can I give away? What bonuses can I give away? And start giving it away. And then tie that content into whatever it is that you're selling. Make sure that it makes sense. It doesn't make sense. Let me give you an example. It doesn't make sense to, let's say, you know, you are selling the weight loss shake and you're writing a PDF about dog training, trying to sell a weight loss shake and trying to get people to to download a free PDF download about you know, dog training. Well, duh, that doesn't make sense. I've actually seen people do this. That's why I'm bringing this up. I've actually seen this with my own eyes, people doing this. So whatever PDF, ebook, podcast, video, mini course that you create, make sure that it's of value and it has everything to do with what it is that you're trying to sell on the back end. Tie it into your product, tie it into your service, tie it into your business opportunity, whatever it is. Start jotting down some stuff starting tonight. After this hangout, this is your assignment for tonight. After this hangout, start jotting stuff down about, you know, certain thing, and it doesn't have to be long. The PDF document could be, you know, 5 pages long, 3 pages long. It doesn't have to be 20 pages, 50 pages. As long as it's of value and it's free, that's all that matters. Ebook, same thing. Podcast could be 20 minutes, 15 minutes podcast. It doesn't have to be a podcast for an hour, 2 hours. Video course, it could be 3, you know, 5-10 minute videos. It's really not that serious, guys. Just create something, keep it simple, and you will start converting those followers and those people on your list, the leads that you're trying to communicate with. You will start converting them into more sales if you start doing this during the 12 days of Christmas. Think value, value, value. It's all you have to think about. What kind of value can I give? That's it. This is the number one thing that you want to focus on. You don't want to pitch anymore. You want to share value. So I'm going to put that in red because it is the most important piece of the puzzle that actually ties into giveaways and bonuses and stuff like that. So let's move on to number 2. And before we move on to number 2, I'd love to hear your thoughts about what I shared with tip number 1, giveaways and bonuses on social media and your mailing list. Let me know what you thought about what I just shared down below. I'd love to hear your thoughts. Maybe you had a breakthrough, maybe you had an aha moment, maybe you're excited to get started and create your own ebook or your own PDF or whatever it is. Let me know. Number 2, and I'll write it down as we go. Showcase customer testimonials on your sidebar. Oh, I spelled testimonials wrong. I'll fix that in a second for all you nitpickers out there. On your blog. Testimonials. Well, let me try this again. Testimonials. There we go. So showcase customer testimonials on your sidebar on your blog. And I got to tell you one thing right now. If you don't have a blog, and if you were on our Hangout yesterday or last week or the week before that or the week before that, you'll always hear me say this over and over again on every single training that I do. And that is, if you don't have a blog, you're basically homeless. And what I shared last night, I'm going to share it again when it comes to having your own blog. And that is, I want you to think about a homeless person for a second. How many homeless people have you passed by in the past in the street who are pushing their carts around and they have their cups, you know, shaking their cups in front of people begging for money? That's exactly what you're doing on social media with your affiliate link. Your affiliate link, you're basically, I want you to think of that as your cup, and you're begging for money by pitching it and spamming it on social media. That's exactly what you're doing. And I want you to stop doing that, because a blog is your home on the internet. So if you don't have one, you're homeless. And why do I say that? It's because it's a place where you can showcase your products, showcase your services, showcase your customer testimonials, showcase your story, your vision, your journey, showcase your videos, your content, your PDF documents, your ebooks, your podcasts, your mini courses, your valuable information. This is where you house it. No blog equals you're homeless. Very simple. So one of the things that I like to do on my blog, and which I'm so excited about, our new blogging platform that we have here called Kalatu, which is hosted on WordPress, is our sidebar. Now I'm going to give you an example. I'm going to actually take you to my blog just to show you what I mean about that. Internet, my thing is acting so slow. Oh, oops, sorry. Okay, here we go. So right now I'm going to take you to my blog, and I'm going to show you an example of sharing a testimonial or a breakthrough that somebody had, or anything like that. That's what you want to do on your blog. So here on my sidebar, I'm showcasing one of our newest members, Stephen Garcia, who is part of the Victory Tribe. And the other day, he earned his first $100 online. Now, why is this important and how can it make you more sales? Because when I'm going to share with you the next few things, you'll understand why, because I'm going to tie it into the blog and how powerful it could be for your business. Because when people get to your blog, as you're building your list on social media, building your list, your email list, you're going to be creating content and driving people to your blog, your house, your home on the internet. And when people see success stories on your sidebar, they're going to get curious. They're going to get curious. They're going to start clicking around. They're going to start asking questions. They're going to start buying from you. So, tie this somehow into your marketing. Success stories. I want you to start creating a bunch of success stories inside of your, where's my page here? Inside of your 12 days of Christmas. 12 days of Christmas, I want you to showcase, let me change this here really quickly. I want you to showcase people on your team, people in your company. I want you to showcase people in your company, people on your team. They don't have to be on your team. They can actually be in your company, right? If they're in the same business and they've had success and they have a success story, showcase the heck out of it and tie it into your business, And if you don't feel comfortable about sharing other people's success stories, then reach out to them and ask them if it's okay. I personally don't do that. If I see a success story of anybody inside of my business, I'm just going to go ahead and share that success story and blast it out. Because listen, if the person sees it, they're going to get excited. They're going to get excited. Now, let me show you an example. I'm going to go to YouTube really quickly. Let me see. Hold on. YouTube. Let's see. YouTube.com. Okay. P90X. And 170 pounds. Let's see something for a second. Where is it? Let me see for a second. Lisa Torres. Okay, here we go. I want you guys to understand this for a second. You see, that's my name right here, right? This is one of my videos on my channel that I have for a success story of a guy who took one of the products in my network marketing company and who had a crazy transformation after using it. And as you can see, and you see that product here, but as you can see, check this out, over 340,000 views I had on this. 340,000 views on YouTube because of me sharing somebody else's success story. I didn't have anything to do with his weight loss, but because he's using the same exact product that I use, I tie his story into my marketing for that product. You see how powerful that is? And that's exactly what I'm talking about here. Start sharing other people's success stories. Whether it's on your blog, whether it's on YouTube, and you're tying it into a capture page or whatever it is, and we teach you all about that stuff when you're inside. Don't worry about it. If I'm speaking Chinese when it comes to building a list, creating autoresponders, blogging, you may be new to all that lingo, all these ideas, but it's okay because we teach you that inside of the tribe. Because that's what we're about. We're about teaching you how to build your network marketing business, no matter what it is that you are selling. Doesn't matter what business that you're in, we welcome you inside of our tribe, inside of our blogging community, inside of our marketing community, because we're a group of marketers that are here to help you have breakthroughs, help you increase your sales, help you start generating more leads. That's what we're about. Okay, so showcase customer testimonials on your sidebar. This is going to increase sales, especially if you are creating ebooks and PDFs and stuff, and you're mailing it to your list. You're sending them to your blog to actually get the podcast or get the ebook or get the download. You're going to tie this into your blog. When they get there, they're going to see testimonials. That's only going to increase your sales, because if they download that PDF or they listen to that mini course and you're talking about that shake, and they go to the shake as the example, of course, it could be any product. But as we used in our example, if you're talking about that shake and you're tying that PDF, that information to your shake, your product, whatever, they see testimonials. Sales through the roof. Let's move on to number 3. All right. So number 3, open up my notes. Okay. Here we go. Ready? Send 2 emails a day. Actually, let me put this. Send 2 to 3 emails a day. I know what you're probably thinking. You're probably thinking, oh my God, my mailing list, the people on my list are going to hate me. And I want you to stop thinking about that, because they're not going to hate you. And for those that are going to unsubscribe from your list, I should say, let them unsubscribe. Here's why. You don't need them. They need you. Let me repeat that. You don't need them. They need you. So when they unsubscribe to your mailing list, don't get upset about it. Get happy about it, because they weren't supposed to be there in the first place. They're not meant to be a customer of yours. They're not meant to be on your team, where you're going to be sharing so much valuable content like what you're sharing, what I'm sharing with you right now. You could be sharing this with your team, your prospects. Okay? You know, when you're building an actual team, of course, that is not obviously on the customer side. The customer side, who is looking for products, they're not interested in marketing, right? So this obviously is pertaining to the business builders. If you want to share this kind of stuff with your team in your network marketing company, awesome. They're going to love you for this. But here's the thing. I want to talk about email marketing for a quick second. As you're building your list, you're going to get a ton of haters. Okay, you're going to get a ton of people unsubscribing and saying, why are you emailing me? Stop emailing me. I don't even know how I got on your list. When they don't remember that they put their email address on a capture page, whether it be on your blog or on a separate page or whatever, they put their email address in there in exchange for some information, but they forgot, right? And so if that happens, just understand that they weren't hungry for the information to begin with. So it doesn't matter. Let them go. Bye-bye. Bye. I want them to unsubscribe to me on my list. People that are getting my emails, I want them to unsubscribe if they're not open to getting value from me. Because I'm only here to share value for me. So for me to sit here and say, oh, I'm going to be sending 2 to 3 emails a day during the 12 days of Christmas, you better believe that the emails that I'm going to be sending is of value, and it's only going to help them. And those that get the emails and actually read it and take action on what I'm going to be sharing through the 12 days of Christmas, lucky them. They're in for a treat. And I'm super confident about that. And you have to be super confident about that too. Stop being so afraid. You know, some people saying, oh, I only email my list once or twice a week because I just don't want to scare them away. Well, let me tell you something. If you're adding value to a prospect who's looking and hungry for information, how is that scaring them away? Because guess what? Where you won't, somebody else will. Because your prospects right now are, they're on other people's mailing lists. There's other people out there in your company, in your business right now, building a list. Okay. And what's happening is that if you're not going to be sending them emails, your competitors will. So when I say send 2 to 3 emails a day, the reason why is because they're on other people's lists. And if you don't stay at the top, when people get emails are pushed down. They're pushed down, right? Emails keep coming in. I mean, look at your inbox. How many emails are you getting a day? Tons. But if I'm always in your face, in your inbox at the top, constantly reminding you throughout the day, maybe once in the morning, once in the afternoon, once late at night, maybe you got my first email in the morning and you were driving and you couldn't read it, and then the day goes by and you totally forget. Well, if that was the only email that I sent you, then by the time you get to check your emails, you already got 100, 200 more emails in your inbox, and you forgot all about me from this morning. And here comes another marketer who you opted into their list, and now they're going to be pitching you what I want to be pitching you. And now you make a sale from them. They make a sale from you. You buy from them. Because I made a decision to just email my list once a day in the morning. But if I sent them an email in the morning and they were driving to work and they couldn't check it at that moment, they said, okay, I'll just get to that email later. And then later comes and they forget, because there's so much things, going on in people's lives, right? If they forget, and here comes your competitor in their face at 4 o'clock in the afternoon. Well, now, if that competitor of yours, maybe in the same company, got to them before you did, well, then now, if they're doing their job correctly, they're going to make the sale from your lead and you're not. But if you send an email, let's say, for example, at 8 in the morning, and it could be whatever times. I'm just using this as an example. Let's say you sent one at 8 o'clock in the morning. You sent another one, and you can schedule these to go out, by the way. You sent another one at, let's say, 4 o'clock in the afternoon, and then you sent another one at, let's say, 10 o'clock at night. Well, if that person didn't read it in the morning, and then they get another email from you at 4 o'clock in the afternoon, maybe they didn't get a chance. Maybe they're wrapping up at work before 5 o'clock. I'm just throwing scenarios out there because you just never know. Maybe they're wrapping it up at work. They don't have time to read it right now. They're about to jump in their car. They're about to jump on the train. They're about to jump on the bus. They forget about you. Now time goes by and 10 o'clock comes and they don't hear nothing from you again. But here goes your email again. Now, I want you to send, during these 12 days of Christmas, 2 to 3 emails per day, 1 in the morning, 1 in the afternoon, 1 at night. It could be the same type of message, just different. Same type of message, just different, right? And then, plus, I want you to segment. Am I spelling that right? Is that how you spell segment? Yes. I want you to segment those 2 or 3 emails. So let's just say you sent 2 emails for the day. You sent 1 in the morning to go out at 8, 1 in the afternoon to go out, or at night to, let's say, go out at 8 o'clock at night. So 1 in the morning, 1 at night. Let's say that was your schedule. Well, what you could do is those people that got the email in the morning that never opened up the email, you can actually segment the list that never opened up the morning email. and you could send it just to those people. So now you have a chance to getting more opened emails. Same thing goes with if you send the email out at 8 o'clock at night, and then you wait until maybe, you know, the morning, let's say, for example, to segment the people that didn't open last night's email. Well, now your chances of getting more opens is higher. More people to your blog. People are busy. How many times have you looked inside your email and you see emails coming through and you never opened them? You may have saw the title, but you never opened it. Those are the people you want to target. You want to target the people that didn't open the emails in the first place. And that's called segmenting. If you don't know anything about that, we'll teach you once you're inside of our community. It's super simple to do. Let's talk about number 4. And then we're going to be wrapping it up in a second. Number 4 is sandwich page. Now, oops. How do you spell sandwich? I don't even know how to spell sandwich. Sandwich? No, that's not right. How the hell do you spell sandwich? Is it S-A-N-D? Here we go. Sandwich. I don't know why it doesn't look right now. You ever had those moments where you're looking at a word and you're like, that doesn't look like it's spelled right. That's one of those moments that I'm having right now. But anyway, it's called a sandwich page. And what a sandwich page is, this may be a little bit more advanced. And you newbies who have no idea even what a capture page is, or no idea of what you know, an autoresponder is, or segmentation, and you're just completely brand new, this may go a little bit way over your head. But for those that do understand, you're gonna love this part, okay? Because this is going to increase your sales even if they buy from you or not. Let me repeat that. This is going to increase your sales even if your customer buys from you or they don't. Sandwich page. What is a sandwich page? A sandwich page is, you have a capture page, right? And when they opt in, meaning that when they put in their email address to get to whatever it is that you're offering on the capture page, when they get there, before they actually get to where you want them to get, you create a sandwich page. And I'm going to show you an example of one of my sandwich pages. Let's see if I could. Did I open it up here? Where is it? Okay, I'm going to have to go to one of my sandwich pages here. So just give me a second. And I see some people posting some comments and stuff, and I'll get to those comments and questions in just a second. Let me just log into my thingamajiggy here. Okay, I'm just gonna get to one of my sandwich pages. Let's see. It's my sandwich page. Okay, here we go. Okay, so this is one of my sandwich pages. And the way, what happens is, let me pause this. Okay, what happens is, and the reason why you want a sandwich page is because you want to start creating income for you, even if someone doesn't buy from you. Why do you want to do that? Because if you can create, you know, if you can make sales, this, I like to look at this as, this is what's called a funded proposal or a tripwire. I like to call it a funded proposal. And the reason why I like to call it a funded proposal is because with the sandwich page, as you can see here, I'm offering something for $7. They can download my, first of all, the capture page that they came in through was to download a free audio download. 100% free. They have to go and check their email in order to do that. So if they put in the wrong email, they're just asked out. Simple as that. They'll have to click the back button and put in their email address, again, back in there. But they came here to download a 100% free audio download. Okay, and in that audio download, I'm going to be sharing 29 ways to generate 47 leads every single day. Or I think 27, yes, 27 ways to generate 47 leads every single day. Okay, so that's the audio training that I created for them to download. They're going to go to that capture page. They're going to download it. They have to check their email to get it, the download link. But in the meantime, this sandwich page is selling my $7 training. Now it says here, get instant access to one of my top 3 lead generating strategies a training video. Believe me, your upline is not teaching you this. It's one of my secret recipes for getting prospects to chase me down with credit card in hand, and you can too. It's so stinking easy. I talk about it a little bit in this video. And when they click here, they go to a PayPal page that I created in PayPal. So whether they buy from me or not, I'm making $7. I mean, of course, who cares? $7, whoop-de-doo, right? Whoop-de-doo, $7. But you know what? If you're generating 60, 70 leads a day, 80 leads a day like I do, imagine how much money you could make if you're offering these little $7 little trainings. Maybe an ebook, maybe a podcast, maybe an audio or whatever, okay? Let's see. So I have them download that or whatever. If they, and then here I put, no thanks, I'm too cheap to invest $7 today. Just take me straight back to Lisa's blog. And they go back to my blog. So this is what's called a sandwich page. I know this is a little bit over your head for the newbies. This is probably something that you probably have seen, but you don't know how to put it together for yourself. To be honest, this stuff is not hard to do. It may be overwhelming for you right now looking at this because you don't know how to do it. And sometimes when you look at things and you're like, oh my God, I don't know how to do that. Of course it could be overwhelming. Of course it could be. That's like me wanting to learn how to do flips. And I go to gymnastics school to learn how to do flips and all this stuff. And I see these girls doing crazy flips, looking like they're going to crack their head open and break their neck, right? But I want to learn how to do flips. And so it's going to look intimidating to me when I walk into that, that class, learning how to do, the gymnastics class, learning how to do flips and whatever it is that they're doing. If I want to learn how to do that, then I'm going to have to go through the training and learn how to do flips. If I wanted to learn how to do rock climbing, officially, like those big, tall rock climbings that, first of all, I'm afraid of heights, right? I've never went rock climbing, like really, really high rock climbing. And so that intimidates me. And I know that it's a skill set that once I put my foot on that first, I don't even know what you call it, the thing that sticks out the wall, whatever you call it, the hook or whatever it is that you step on. Once I step on that first thing, and then I grab the next thing with my hand, I put my foot on the next one, and I put my hand up on the next one. I put my hand up, my foot and my hand, and I just keep climbing up that rock. Eventually, I'm going to make it up to the top. I may even fall. And that's okay, because you know what? I'm just going to get up and try again. So when you look at stuff like this, and you're like, oh my God, I'm getting off this Hangout. This is so overwhelming. I'm just too intimidated. I don't know how to do this. What you're doing is you're setting yourself up for failure. Why do I say that? Because you're looking at this and you're letting intimidation overwhelm you just because you don't know how to do it right now. How many times have you started a job where it's your first day at work and you're like shaking because you don't know what to do. You don't know where the files are. You don't know where anything is. And, you know, you have to go through a week of training or 2 weeks of training or whatever it is. And you're like trembling because you're just afraid that you're going to mess up. Then when some weeks pass by, you go into work and you're like a pro. It's like you've been there for years, right? Because now you know how to do the job. Well, this is no different. When it comes to building your business, there's certain things that okay, let me rephrase that. When it comes to building your business online, because this is not offline stuff. This is not doing it's easy home parties, just inviting people to your house to look at your products and service. Whoop-de-doo. My 12-year-old can do that. This is not about renting a room with a projector and inviting a bunch of people inside of a room and giving a presentation speech. Whoop-de-doo, that's easy. That's super easy. This is not doing three-way calls, right? Anybody could pick up the phone and dial in a three-way call and get somebody the upline or whatever to try to sell their prospect to them. Anybody can do that. All that stuff is easy. I don't want you to look at this as complicated and difficult, because if you're trying to build a business online, this is stuff that you have to learn how to do, unless you want to remain an amateur. Unless you want to remain exactly where you are right now, which is getting no results and making no money. How do you think 6- and 7-figure earners build their business? Do they build with intimidation? Do they build with fear? Absolutely not. You have to, here's what I want you to do. I want you to take a piece of paper. This is another homework assignment for you guys today. I want you to take a piece of paper and I want you to write the word fear on it. I want you to take a piece of paper. I want you to write fear, intimidation, whatever words that you feel, write them down. All the words that overwhelm, write down the word overwhelm. All these different terms and words and things and feelings that you're feeling, I want you to write them down on a piece of paper. Just pour it out, brain dump. All your feelings, just brain dump on that piece of paper. When you're done, when you're officially done and you have just brain dumped all the words that are holding you back from creating success, like overwhelm and fear and scared and this is too complicated and all these negative things that are in your mind, dump them on that paper. That's step number one. Step number two is to crumble it up. Crumble up the paper. Crumble it up. As a matter of fact, rip it up. Rip it up into a million pieces. Step number three is to throw it in the garbage. Throw it in the garbage. And step number four is to take a picture of it. Take a picture of all your fears, all your, all the negative stuff that's going through your mind. Take a picture of that ripped up piece of paper that's in the garbage and put it by your desk at home or your workstation or wherever it is that you do your business. Put it on the wall. And every time you feel some kind of you're intimidated of something or you're fearful of something or any kind of negative something that that you wrote on that piece of paper, look at that picture and just understand that it no longer exists inside of you. It doesn't exist. What exists now, what you replace those words with, is words like, I can do this. I want to learn how to create a squeeze page or a capture page. I want to learn about autoresponders. I want to learn how to you know, how to do Facebook PPC. I want to learn how to do Instagram. How do I do this? I'm hungry to learn. What do I have to do? What do I need to do? What tools do I need? How do I use the tools? Let me do my research. Just teach me, how do I do this? How? The only thing that you should be focused on is not the fear and the intimidation. What you need to be focused on is, how do I do it? What do I have to do that? And understand that it may be a little bit of, you know, overwhelm, but just understand that it's the learning process that you have to go. You think I was born creating pages like this? When I first got started, I didn't know how to do any of this stuff. I didn't know what a capture page was. I didn't know what a lead page was. I didn't know what a lead magnet was. I didn't know what a squeeze page was. I didn't know how to create ebooks. I didn't know how to blog. I didn't know how to write emails. I didn't know how to write blog posts and do SEO and keyword research and do videos and edit videos. And I didn't know how to work social media. I didn't know how to use Instagram. I didn't know any of this stuff. But I made a decision that if I'm going to build a 6-figure business, then I'm going to do whatever it takes to learn this stuff. Whatever it takes. Because I made a decision that I am going to be a professional internet network marketer. One that adds value. One who steps up into leadership. I made that decision. And when you make a decision like that, there is no more fear. There is no more overwhelm. There is no more, oh, I can't do that. What is that? I don't know what that is. It then turns into, how do I do that? Where do I learn how to do that? I want to do that. Where do I get, you know, what tool do I use? Like, how do I do it? You become hungry. And that's what I'm talking about. That's the kind of mindset that you have to have. Because if you don't have that, I can guarantee you something tonight, that you will fail. I guarantee you that. So let's get back to the training now that my rant is over. So a sandwich page, a little bit more advanced, but this works for increasing sales. Increasing sales. Now, it may not increase sales in your business at that very moment. It's just a front end increase. And then in the back end, you can potentially make more sales with your products and your service. Super simple. Because in the back end, through that $7 product, through the training, the audio that I'm giving them, I'm closing them on my deal. Okay, so it may be front end money, little small front end $7 money or whatever, which adds up. Because if I have 100 people buying $7, well, you do the math. It may sound like $7. Oh my God. Well, yeah, $7 adds up. And then I can in turn, you know, use that money to invest in, you know, training, or invest in a tool, or invest in marketing or advertising or whatever. I can take that money and reinvest it inside of my business. Okay, let's move on to the final one, which is number 5. And let me see. Number 5 is, hold on a second, my phone went on lock. Okay, live webinars on your blog. Live webinars on your blog. You may not be able to have the skill sets or the know-how to create a page like the one you're on right now. This is advanced. This page that you're on right now was created by my husband, who is a graphic designer and a web developer. Okay, so he knows how to put this technical stuff together. I didn't do it. I don't know how to do that stuff. I don't know how to do pages like that. I don't want to know. It's not my passion. I don't want to learn how to do that. I leave that stuff to him. Okay, but I know that I wanted this page, and he did whatever he needed to do to figure it out. And so now we're here on this Hangout page with a chat box underneath, because that was my vision. I've seen it out there before. I knew it could be done. I said, all right, figure it out. Let's make it happen. And we made it happen. And here we are. And that's how you have to build your business. It's about taking action and moving forward and just getting shit done. So live webinars on your blog. You can actually, I mean, Google Hangout, what we're on right now, this is a Google Hangout, right? You can create a Google Hangout, put it on your blog, put a call to action underneath, invite people to it. You can invite your list. You can invite people on social media. You don't have to have a fancy Hangout page like this. Invite them to your blog to watch you live on your Hangout. Because what's going to happen when you do that, they're going to get to know, like, and trust you. They're going to see your content. They're going to see, you know, just your stuff. They're going to download your PDF audios. They're going to download your ebooks. They're going to download your free mini course videos. They're going to look at your customer testimonials. This is why I said in the beginning, the most important piece of the puzzle in your business is a blog. If you don't have a blog, you're just not serious about your business. You're not, in my opinion, as an experienced internet network marketer, if you don't have a blog, you're just not serious about your business. That's it. That's my opinion. Now, I don't know what your results have been, but my results speak for themselves. I've created massive results because of a blog. I've created a massive following and get massive views, massive likes, massive, you know, comments, massive shares, massive, you know, just responses because of a blog. Because of a blog. Okay, so these are the 5 ways that you can actually start increasing, you know, your sales during the holidays. There's actually more that, you know, I could have shared like maybe 5 more, but you know, that would have taken another hour, and I know you guys have stuff to do. I have stuff to do, so I just wanted, maybe I'll do a part 2 next week. I don't know, maybe, I don't know. You guys tell me what you want to learn. Whatever you want to learn from me, just start putting some stuff down below and give me some ideas of things to teach you about. And I'll just pick and choose the ones that I like, that I'm reading inside the comments below. Actually, let me put my my screen back on. Okay, here we go. Yes. So, you know, create a, hold on a second. Put some light on. Is that better? It's so dark in here. Is that better? Okay, that's a little better. So down below, you know, just put your comments. I'm going to read the chat in just a second, but down below, I want you to tell me what you want to learn. I want to see a whole ton of flooded comments down below of ideas that you want me to bring to the table, because remember, we meet here every single Wednesday at 8 p.m. Eastern time, right? And I promised you earlier on that I'll share my story, and I saved it for the end. My story, let me just share this really quickly before we close out, and before I invite you and share a bonus with you, before I invite you to our 21-day challenge, which is starting when this clock down hits 0. No bonuses for you, and I'm going to share that bonus with you in a second. But okay, so my story is I've been in the network marketing industry since I was 19. Okay, and I struggled for about 18, 19 years. Those 18 years or whatever it was, I probably made about $20. Okay. But I was so hungry and so dedicated to this industry that I knew one day, I just didn't know when, I didn't know how, I just knew one day that I would be a 6-figure earner. Now, of course, there was no internet back then. There was nothing. We didn't have blogging, social media, and all the stuff, all the tools that we have now at our disposal. We didn't have any of that stuff. So back then, for me, it was the 3-way calls. It was the home parties. It was the hotel meetings. It was all that stuff. that the companies teach you. And I failed trying that stuff. I tried doing the home parties. I tried doing the three-way calls. I tried doing hotel meetings and all that stuff, and didn't work for me. And I'm not saying that that stuff doesn't work. I'm just saying it didn't work for me. Okay. But I just kept going. I just kept trying and trying and trying and trying different companies. And I had the mindset, okay, it's not the company. I mean, it's not me, it's the company. Okay, it's not me, it's my sponsor. That's the kind of mindset that I had. What really was the problem was that I wasn't building my mindset. My mindset is totally different now. My mindset and my skill set is totally different now compared to what it was back then. So fast forward to 2007, when I got laid off from my job, I made that decision. This was when the internet and blogging and YouTube videos, this was the peak of that era, when it was starting to get really hot, and I needed to jump on the bandwagon. Okay. And so I made a decision that when I got laid off from my job, that I would figure out how to make a full-time income online. I didn't want to do it offline. I wanted to do it online. That was my decision that I made. That was the goal that I had. And I said to myself, when they called me into that HR office and said, sorry, you got to go. And I was like, well, hurry up and give me my papers so I could get out of here. I already made a decision then that I was never going to work for someone again, ever. And this has been 7 years now. 7 years now. And I'm completely living a freedom lifestyle since then. So I collected unemployment. I got my severance and all of that. I collected unemployment for about 2 years. Unemployment is usually about six months or something like that. When I collected unemployment, this was when Obama extended it to 2 years. Okay, so I was lucky because I took the 2 years of unemployment and was trying to figure out how to build this business on the internet. I went through a whole entire learning curve of failure and all this stuff for maybe about the first year. And then after the first year, by the time my unemployment checks ran out, I was making more. My unemployment checks was about $1,200 a month. At that point, when it ran out, I was making $1,800 a month. Okay, so I was happy because I was making more than my unemployment, yet I still didn't have to go back to work. I didn't have to pay for travel expenses. I didn't have to pay for food. I didn't have to pay for clothes. I didn't have to pay for babysitters or anything like that. No gas in the car or anything like that. All those expenses were not in existence anymore. I was working from home. So all I had was my rent, my electric bill and my gas and all that was included in the rent. My rent was only $900, living in a tight 2-bedroom apartment in the Bronx. And so that's where I stood, in that tight 2-bedroom apartment for a really long time. And, the years went by, right? And I was doing pretty good. My income was fluctuating up and down, still going through the learning curve, still trying to figure out new things, still testing different strategies, still trying to become a professional internet network marketer. Then 2 years ago, actually, I've been in my company now for 2 years. And 2 years ago, I was 3 months backed up in rent. I was struggling, to make ends meet because of the network marketing company that I was in at that time. And I was 3 months backed up in rent, still living in that tight 2-bedroom apartment, $900 a month, right? $900, whoop-de-doo, right? Anybody these days could pay, well, I'm hoping anybody these days could pay $900 a month. So my rent was cheap, yet I was 3 months backed up in rent. I had $150 to my name, $27 in the bank account. When I got introduced to the idea of using this system that you're about to get access to, within 90 days of using this system, I earned over $25,000. Within 10 months of using this system, I moved my family out of that tight 2-bedroom apartment into this 5-bedroom, 3-bath house that I'm living here now in Atlanta, Georgia. And I created a 6-figure income. Okay, 6 figures a year. Okay, now I'm one of the top 200 income earners inside of the company, which is Empower Network. Okay, so here's my invitation to you. My invitation to you is, no matter what business that you're in, no matter what it is that you're promoting, it doesn't matter what company you're promoting, what product that you're in, you can actually use this system to get the education that you need and to use the blogging platform that we have. We have a 21-day blogging challenge starting tomorrow, starting at midnight tonight. If you look at this countdown right here, that is your opportunity to lock arms with the Victory Tribe inside of Empower Network. We have a brand new blog launching in just a few weeks. It's called Kalatu. It's going to be on WordPress. And you definitely want to get involved with that, because it's going to be, I mean, it takes 21 days to create a result. I already told you why you need a blog. Okay. I already told you that if you don't have a blog, you're homeless. You're homeless. If you don't have a blog, you might as well just get a cup and start shaking it around, because that's exactly what you're going to get. Chump change. If you don't have a blog, you need us online. And the only way to create your house on the internet and create valuable content on a daily basis, the only tool that exists on the planet internet, internet land, is a blog. That's it. You can't do it with a regular website. You don't want to use the free stuff, Blogger and WordPress, because you don't own it. They can come and shut you down. I could tell you stories after stories after stories of my blogger friends in the past, when we first got started, where they started free blogs instead of hosting their own. They started free blogs, and because they were hosting different banners and promoting different affiliate offers and stuff like that, Blogger and WordPress has the right to shut you down. And you don't want that. You don't want to use free stuff. You want to host your own stuff. And you can do that with our Kalatu blog. So go ahead, click that link right next to this video. I hope I'm pointing in the right direction. I think it's that way, or maybe it's that way. I don't know. But there's a button there with a countdown. I want you to click on it, pull out your credit card. It's $25 a month to get started inside of our blogging community. If you want to learn more strategies like what we taught you today, if you want to learn how to blog, if you want to learn how to start getting leads and making sales, go ahead and get involved before that timer runs out. And if you do, before that timer runs out, I'm going to give you a very special bonus. Now, I'm not going to tell you what it is, because you're going to have to wait inside. Just know that if you got value from this training tonight, you're going to love the free bonus that I have to give you. Okay? So maybe I invited you here. Maybe somebody else invited you here. Maybe, you know, you found on social media. Go back to that. Just actually, you don't have to go back to that person. Just click it, because you'll be attached to them, because this is like an affiliate page here. Whoever invited you here will get the credit for sponsoring you inside of our community, the Victory Tribe. All right, so with that being said, we will see you before midnight. And once you do that, here's what's going to happen. You're going to get an email from either myself or one of the tribe members welcoming you inside of our community and giving you the next steps. We have a Facebook group, a mastermind group on Facebook that you're going to get invited to. We're going to do a coaching call. We're going to get you started in creating the life that you've always wanted and creating the results that you've always wanted online. But you have to take the first step and click that button. So we will see you same time, same place next week. Save this link. Whatever that link is inside of the URL, save that, because this is exactly where we hang out on every Wednesday night at 8 p.m. Eastern time. Let me go over to the chat room. Yes, the recording will be up for the rest of the week. It will be up this page. All you have to do is refresh the screen when you want to watch the recording. It will be there. Okay, so let's see. What is the best squeeze page to use from which company? The best squeeze page that I use, me personally, I actually have two that I use. And when I share them with you, get back to the person that invited you here because they have an affiliate link for it. Okay, we want to make sure that they get credit. You just make sure you don't go straight to the website. Make sure you go back to the person that invited you here. So if it was me, contact me, respond to my email, find me on Facebook, ask me for my affiliate link, because this is about creating multiple streams of income online, right? Not putting your eggs in all in one basket. So yes, we make money from our tools too. So the question is, what squeeze page do I use? I use Lead Pages, okay? I use Lead Pages. I absolutely love Lead Pages. Lead Pages is a little bit more on the pricier side. It's a little bit more advanced. Well, I wouldn't really say advanced in a technical way. I would say advanced meaning that you could create split test pages. You can see your conversion rates and stuff like that. This is a $67 per month program. That's the one that I use. Now, of course, if you can't afford to use that, I have another capture page creator that you can tap into. It's a one-time fee of $117. No monthly fees, no anything like that. You can create beautiful squeeze pages. So yes, get back to the person that invited you here for those links. If for some reason you can't, if they don't have one, then you can reach out to me. But get with them first, because I want to make sure that they get the credit for it. I love seeing all that you are doing, and I want to know how. Tell me where to learn to do this. Okay, I'm not sure exactly what you mean by this, because I just gave training. If you're talking about the blog, then yeah, you can click on, you know, the link right next to this video and get inside of our blogging community. And the whole process, and how do you customize your blog with all those sidebars? Okay, we have that training inside of our community as well. Where to find the techie ways to do what you are doing? Okay, YouTube and Google. If you don't know how to do something, Google it. If you have tech questions, Google it, right? YouTube it. SEO stuff and keywords, we have that inside of our community too. This is epic training. Thank you, Alana. Do you put the capture page? Do you put the capture page, not a sales page, in your emails? No, I don't put in my email. I have sales page in my follow-up emails. The only page inside of my email is when I have a new offer and I'm segmenting. I'm trying to get those people off that list onto a new one. Then that's the only way that I will create a new capture page and send it to my list. If you are sending 2 to 3 emails a day, can one a day be inspiring or motivating that is related to your business opportunity, or just value-based? Yes, it can. Yes, it can. You can send one motivational, one valuable content, and maybe one pitch if you're doing 3 a day. I'm excited. Can't wait to create my first PDF. Awesome, Javon. Is this your Kalatu blog? Yes, that's my Kalatu blog. Kalatu looks amazing. Love the sidebar. Thank you. PDFs and podcasts. I'm excited. Great stuff, Lisa. Awesome, Elizabeth. Let's see. For the baby chat hangout. Hello. Okay, so I think that's all the questions that we have. Yes, looks like that's all the questions that we have. So again, click that link and get involved. Make this your Christmas present, all right? Don't worry about buying a new pair of something, okay? You don't need the extra shirt. Invest in your business, invest in yourself, because if you invest in yourself, in the tools and the training that you need, your business will be taken to another level. All right, so get this for yourself for Christmas. That's what you need to do. That's what I would do. So that's my advice to you. But anyway, guys, we are done. I will see you same time, same place next week. Peace out.